What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. And today we're going to interview another local skater. But first, I want to introduce the Couch Boys. One of the Couch Boys is out today, so we have sitting in with them, Mikey. Thanks for joining us, Mikey.
What's up, man?
All right, now, back to it. We have Jeff DeChesare. How do you say your last name? Did I say it correctly?
It's DeChesare.
DeChesare.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
no one really knows how to say it unless
yeah.
I tell it. If someone does know how to pronounce it without me telling them, that's very impressive.
How do you say it again one more time?
DeChesare.
DeChesare. Damn,
Yeah.
I gotta remember that because a lot of people will be butchering people's names and not knowing it.
Yeah, I've heard everything. So
Yeah, but the only reason why I've heard it is through friends, and you guys have been butchering it, guys. No.
no one knows how to say it.
All right. First question I ask everybody that joins us: what city are you repping?
Well,
Let us know where you're originally from, and then what city you're repping now.
Well, I'm from New Jersey, so.
Already.
What happened to? We literally just talked about this 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago, we're already
Fired again.
Somebody's fired.
Okay, so yeah, I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
This town called Denville. It's pretty small town. I've lived in California for 10 years, but I still rep that town pretty
That's
hard.
awesome. That's awesome.
And,
Yeah, it's your hometown.
Of course, New Jersey. But I mean, now I live in Culver City.
Culver City?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm repping out
Okay.
here.
Okay. All right. But you would be exactly repping just New Jersey.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I
Is that
claim.
where you picked up the skateboard?
Oh, yeah.
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 When did you first start skating?
I was around 9-10 years old. Or
Okay.
So.
All right. And do you remember your first board that you got?
Well, I had one of those toy store like Veriflex boards first. So I don't know if that counts, but
That kind of counts. It all got. Well, we had to
Yeah.
start somewhere.
I didn't really learn any tricks on that. I just rolled around and
As we all do.
fucking thought I was cool
Of course.
on that. And then, but then I was like, I learned that okay, if I want to learn tricks, I got to get like a proper board. It'll be a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
So the first actual board I had was an Element BAM board.
Dope.
That classic one it's like purple and then black.
Welcome.
Wait.
Was it a welcome band?
No.
Oh,
It was I think it was called the BAM hymn board. It was like purple, all purple, and then black on the nose or the tail, and it said BAM across it in like white shining letters.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's cool that you remember that.
Yeah, no, I wanted that board so bad.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Are you ever looking for that board to have as a maybe in the house to hang on the wall?
Honestly, not really. I mean,
really?
if I had the exact one I had when I was a kid, that would be cool. But
Right.
back then, I wasn't thinking of 20 years from now, I might want this. I was like,
Yeah. Same thing with me, man.
Skateboard's fucked up. I don't need it anymore.
Exactly.
Or actually, it was probably mainly my mom. She was probably just like, well, what do you need this for? We can just. It's taking up space.
Taking up space, yeah. Not really realizing one day it could be nostalgic or, mean something. But we all didn't think that way growing up as a kid. Once it was busted up, we're like, all right, on to the next.
Yeah, it's just like a piece of wood at that point.
So how old were you when you first started, doing the tricks?
I think I learned how to ollie when I was 10 or so. I know I learned how to kickflip when I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, pretty
Did
much.
you have a group of friends that you would skate with?
Yeah, no, it was dope. I mean, I grew up in a small town in New Jersey where skateboarding really wasn't that big, but I did have a select group of friends in my neighborhood who pretty much, I don't know, without them, I don't even know if I would have kept skating because they kind of showed me the ropes of all right, these are the sick videos, and
Dope.
they would just be skating after school every day, and that kind of got me motivated to learn tricks and go out with them because I mean they were all better than me at first and knew way more than me, and then I kind of just I just progressed by skating with them all the time, and it was
That's how it happened.
that was when skating was honestly the most fun for me ever. I wish I could go back to those times. It was little kid, no cares in the world. You're just your only concern is my only concern was all right, what trick am I going to learn today? And I did have a good group of friends back then to skate with.
Shout out to them, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then being being cool enough to were they older than you a little bit or?
Yeah, I was always like the youngest kid in the group.
That's cool, man. And then you get to hang out with them dudes and showing you the ropes and showing you what videos to watch.
Yeah.
What videos would hype you up as a kid?
Well, still to this day, my favorite video is Sorry, the flip video.
That's a great video.
Yeah,
I
still think that's like the best video ever.
Damn.
And
yeah. That was a wicked video, man. Especially because at that time, all them dudes were coming from somewhere else. They weren't from the States.
Yeah.
So it was like sick. It was mind blowing to see that they had that skill, back then.
Yeah.
Over there, I mean, because everybody was progressing fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even that was one of the first videos I saw. I didn't even have a grasp on what those tricks meant or how hard they were. I knew it looked cool. Okay. And I'm like, damn, this is I like this video.
Uh-huh.
But then years later I look back and I'm like, man, this really is the sickest video ever. The tricks, the music, all that.
Everything, yeah, man. Those were the days though. Those were the days, man. Especially sitting with your homies and back then we didn't have DVDs.
Yeah, it was all
we
VHS.
had to VHS, pause, rewind. How did he do that? What did he do? Then go back out and try that.
No YouTube, kids.
No YouTube back then.
Nope.
Yep. Are you regular or goofy?
I'm regular.
Regular? Okay, cool. Hell yeah. What's your favorite trick to do nowadays? Do you have one?
When people ask this, I just say any trick I can land.
Any trick you can land?
Yeah,
that sounds good,
that's kind of sounds sarcastic, but it's real shit. I mean, any trick that I land feels good.
I see you almost every day. There's something new on Instagram, so you have quite an option of.
I guess, but I mean specifically, I guess I don't know. Kickflips always feel that's
the fun one,
the cool. Fun trick, I guess.
Yeah.
Feels good when you do a good one.
Hell yeah. Because I see you hucking down a bunch of stairs, and to me that's crazy, man. Because I was never the kid that if I did anything it'd be an ollie, but flicking that board the way you do is magical, man. Because you do triple flips, it's crazy to watch.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's just all about conditioning and anything you do over time. Repetitively, it's just second nature after a while. I mean, of course, the first time I ever did a triple kickflip down something, I was scared to death of landing primo and dying and shit. But
wow.
you just get used to it over time and get it down.
Hell
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite skate park or local skate park you go to now?
I go to Westchester Skate Park a lot. I kind of warm up there every day. I don't know if that's necessarily my favorite park. It's a good one, but it's just the closest, so I end up there a lot. I don't think I have a favorite park per se, because I mainly try to skate street. I don't like being in the parks too much.
That's cool.
It's just not as fun to me.
That's what's up, though. I mean, a lot of people think that, if you go skating in the streets, they're there's a skate park over there, guy. You're I don't want to be there. That's for the practicing, now I'm out here taking care of business.
Especially parks nowadays. Parks nowadays are really boring. They're all the same. They're all these yellow
cookie cutter
training for the Olympics type parks, and you just said, you see me jumping down big stairs every day. None of these parks have big sets. They all have little tiny stairs now, and I'm all right, well, I can only do so many tricks down this until I start thinking of some insane shit that I'm never gonna ever do again. I'm gonna do it one time and then be all right, well, I challenged myself today, and that's it.
That's dope.
There's no, So I don't know. To answer your question though, I kind of like the older parks better that have kind of gnarlier obstacles. There's this one park in I think Arcadia, Bonita Skate Park. You know what I'm talking about? See, most people.
Is that the one with that big, that goes into that big hole?
Yeah.
When you get there, it's huge.
Most people don't like that park. I think that park is sick as hell.
That park is made for the people that are ready to handle business. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. See parks like that. I like stuff like that. Santa Clarita Skate Park.
Have you been to like any Texas skate parks that aren't they pretty big out there?
The only park I've skated 2 parks in Texas. South Side, that indoor one, and I think it's called Spring Skate Park. I think it's like the biggest park in America, actually.
Wow.
That one was pretty sick. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously it's the biggest
Right.
park in America. It's bound to have stuff that appeals to everybody, and it did have like a pretty decent set there, if I remember. So, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty dope park.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Any favorite place you ever been to skate, like out of state?
Yeah, randomly, this is like a pretty random location, but I went to Salt Lake City one time a couple years ago, and I had like no expectations of that. It wasn't even like a skate trip. I was just going there with this girl I was dating at the time, just like to get away for the weekend.
Right.
And I knew there were spots out there. I knew there were parks, but like I had no expectations. Like, whatever. I don't think skating's that big out here, whatever. And then like I was surprised. Like the parks were super good. All the people out there were super chill, super cool. Like good vibes.
That's cool.
The spots were sick too. They were honestly like spots you'd find out here, but not completely destroyed by everybody.
Dope.
There were like options for tricks at the spots that people haven't done yet.
That's
So yeah, that's a pretty random, but I remember, yeah, I had a fun time out there.
That's rad. That's rad. Did you have a question, Lisa?
Yeah, back to Hollywood 16. I remember you did the in Rio. How many tries did that take, do you think?
That was 5th try.
Let's try it. You just went one time. You didn't
Yeah.
have to go back.
Yeah, that was it. Just went there. That was an interesting day, actually. There's a whole story behind it. Should I get into it?
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay, it's a little long, but
It's all right.
anyway, so yeah, this is about 5 years ago, and I had a part coming out for Grizzly grip tape,
Okay.
and I showed Tori Pudwill the part, and in the part I inward heeled some 14 stair in there, and he saw that, and he's like, "Dude, I bet you could inward heel Hollywood." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, maybe," but I had a homie who had stuck that. And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, my homie stuck this. I don't really want to, like, step on his toes." And then Tori's like, "I'll give you an ad if you do it." And
You're like, well,
I'm like, "Oh, shit,
homie,
okay."
sorry.
So I really didn't, like, I really thought about it. I'm like,
Right,
all right,
right.
this guy, he showed me because this guy who stuck it, he stuck it like a year prior to that. And he showed me the clip, and the whole reason he showed me the clip is because I was trying another trick at Hollywood, and he asked me if I wanted to go with him next time he goes there. He's like, "Yeah, I stuck this. We should skate it together." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down, dude." And I hit him up a bunch of times to go, and every time he came up with some excuse like, "Nah, I can't go." No. I'm like, "All right, whatever." And then he put a part out like later that year. The trick wasn't in there,
Okay.
and then, like I said, it was like a year later. He still hasn't done it, and I'm like, okay, this dude put a part out. He honestly doesn't seem like he skates that much. I don't think he's ever gonna go back to do this. So I'm like, if Tori's gonna give me an ad, like I'm not gonna. It's like for me that was like once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'm like, fuck that. I know I can do this. I'm gonna go do it.
Right.
And so yeah, a couple months go by, and I didn't really think about it too much. But then I had this homie from Florida come out here. And any, like, skate tourists, they like going to Hollywood just to see it. And
Of course.
we ended up there. He wanted to go there. We ended up there one day, and I don't know. I didn't have, like, a filmer or anything with me. I'm like, well, I want to do something today. I'll, like, do something for Instagram. And then I inward heeled the 12 that day. I did it in, like, a line where I did trick off the roof at the top and inward heeled the 12.
Yeah.
And I did that. I actually did it twice that day. I'm like, that wasn't that bad. And then I texted Tori that clip, and I'm like, because like Tori never answers me. I didn't expect him to answer me. I texted him that clip, and I'm like, yo, I think I'm ready for the 16. Ha ha ha. And then like serious, like dead ass, like joking, like I was not serious. And then he was like, dude, so sick. Let's go tomorrow. I'll get a photographer. And I'm like, shit. Fuck. And it's like, at that point, I can't be like, oh, well, I was kidding, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to look like a pussy if I do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that whole night I was, like, stressing out. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm, like, either going to land this tomorrow or, like, die trying it. Like, I'm not going to give up.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just nervous as hell the next day. And then I show up and I tried to inward heel the 12 again, like, to warm up for it. And, like, it wasn't working. And I'm like, God damn it, this sucks.
Wow.
And then I landed one super sketchy, and then I'm like, whatever, that's good enough. And then I didn't even ollie the 16. I'm like, fuck it, let's just go. Let's get this over with. And then it was weird, like, because when I hate ollieing the 16. You're just, like, or anything huge in general. You're just in the air for so long, and you always think whatever you're doing is, like, bigger than it is because you're just floating there for so long. So I didn't even ollie it that day. I just, like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And I threw out an inward heel, and I'm like, that wasn't that bad. Like, pretty sure I could do this. Like, I caught it. I'm like, all right. Threw out another one. I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm going to stick this one. Stuck it.
Dope.
Third try. Fourth try, it just, like, didn't flip good or something. And then the fifth one, I stuck and landed it.
Dope.
And I was like, holy it was like a surreal moment. I'm like, did that actually happen?
And
like,
the guy got the photo?
It was a sequence, yeah.
Sequence? Oh,
but,
dope.
yeah, I was like, holy shit, did this actually happen, or am I, like, dreaming this?
Right.
Like, to this day, that was, like, one of the most surreal feelings, like, riding away from a trick on the 16. Like, I always, like, before I moved out here, that was, like, one of my big goals. I'm like, I want to get a trick on the 16 that's never been done. And, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Right.
Well,
that's never been documented, obviously. Well, the guy didn't put his out, so, you know.
Well, no, he didn't even land it.
He didn't. He just kind of
He just stuck it.
He just stuck it and just didn't keep going. Oh, okay.
And then,
so
and that's, I guess,
that's what's up, dude.
The funny part is it was gonna be an ad, but then I guess Grizzly stopped doing ads, like, right around the time I did that.
Ooh.
So then, but then it still got in Thrasher. They used it for, like, some article, and that's cool. That was cooler than an ad, in my opinion.
Yeah, Thrasher is like the Bible for us, man, as skaters. So getting in there is awesome.
And then, the homie who stuck it, he, like, I guess well, it didn't come out in the magazine until, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months later. And then before it even came out, I guess he got word that I did it, and then he, like,
got upset.
He got upset. He you know how on Instagram you can, like, call someone through a DM?
Yeah.
So he did that, and he, like, threatened to kill me.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was serious or not, because this guy's a little crazy.
Right.
But I remember he was like, hey, I heard you inward heeled the 16. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like,
oh man.
I'm like, hang up, block, goodbye.
Right. Yeah.
And then that dude, like, will randomly fucking comment on my stuff now and be all nice and act like nothing ever happened. I'm like, no way, dude. You threatened to kill me.
That's a psychopath right there, man.
Yeah.
Trying to be nice to get close, and then next thing you know, he's like, hey, we're buddies. Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell no. I'm not.
Nope,
fuck
not
that.
no more.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of a story, but
that was a good one, man. Hell yeah. Now, have you ever done a trick that doesn't have a name? Like,
well, I don't believe in that. I think everything can be named.
Everything can be named. I mean, like, because you know how many times that board flips around, spins, and I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know, did that have a different name than what it, like, you know? It could be like quadruple kickflip.
I get that, but I think technically everything can be given a technical name. It's like, I do this trick where my board does, like, a switch frontside flip and a switch big spin at the same time. And I don't really know the correct name for it, because not really anyone else does that trick too much.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I call it a switch frontside big flip.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, and there's names of tricks that are, like, technically really long that should just have their own name, but like, for example, maybe like a nollie 540 laser double flip. Like,
that should just be one name.
It should be just one. Like, I mean, not a lot of people do that, and maybe it should have its own name, but, like, you can still, like, it's not like it doesn't have a name. Like
Right.
you can look at the tricks and just like
figure it out.
call it like, okay, he did this and this and this, so it's
Yeah.
So I think everything technically has a name.
All right. How about a local skate shop?
I skate for Inner City Skate Shop.
Okay.
They're like right near Lincoln Skate Park
Okay.
in that area.
What city is that?
I guess it's Lincoln Heights.
Lincoln Heights?
Like kind of
Okay.
near El Sereno too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, shout out to them, man.
Yeah, they're the shit. They're awesome.
All right, cool. How about what's your board setup? What kind of board do you ride?
Well, I skate for KFD skateboards.
Okay.
I ride a size 8 board. Silver trucks, size 8. Autobahn wheels, 52 millimeters. FKD bearings. Bro style grip tape. And Etnies.
Etnies?
And
That's cool.
is there anything else on your setup? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's rad, man. Hell yeah, that's a cool setup, dude. Size 8. So you're not with the kids nowadays, man. We're all riding like even me now. I even went up 825, and I used to be the guy that used to think 8 was a big board.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, cause I mean I do technical tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of need the smaller board for that because I have like kind of big feet too, so it's like kind of awkward sometimes. But I'm like, it works for me. I've skated bigger boards and it works good for like skating big stuff, but
Right.
I kind of don't like sacrificing the that for like maybe a more technical trick I want to do because it seems like I skate big stairs a lot, but it's more often than not that I'm like doing some technical trick than jumping off like a 16 stair or something.
Right, I see you got the Mannies too, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like it's for those like flip in, flip out type shit. A big board is a little harder.
Is that Jeff, your name came up, Jeff Wong Song, because of the manuals, the technical? How did Jeff Wong Song come up?
Well, first of all, people think I granted myself that name. I didn't do that. We were talking about it earlier, one of the friends in my neighborhood, when we were like 11, 12 years old,
Okay.
we were just like, my one friend had this box that we'd always skate, and I was like watching the Rodney Mullen versus Daywan videos.
Another great video.
Yeah, dude, they don't make them like that anymore. They don't even make full length videos anymore. But yeah, so I would watch that like every day, and day one we always set up these picnic tables and just do nose blunt variations on them.
Yeah, see that?
So I just try to imitate them and nose blunt my friend's box like all day, and so I don't even know if I can like do that now, but like back then I was like really good at doing that, and then I guess back then I was like I still had a pretty good grasp on flip tricks and flipping my board and stuff, so. My one friend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call you Jeff Wong Song."
That's dope.
And I'm like, "That's cool." Like I like that day. And Day One was like my favorite skater back then. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take that nickname.
For sure, all day, man. Especially that dude's rad.
Yeah, he's the coolest. And then it just stuck over time. People just got to know me as that because it's easier to say than my real name.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's a cool nickname right there. And for those out there that think that, like, even me, like, Skate Show, like, it wasn't coined by me. It was given to me by another homie of mine that was, like, you know, he's a friend out there, Robert, and he would be like, damn, like, I was getting into trouble. I was, you know, dressing, you know, cholo, but I was still on the skateboard, so he was like, man, I'm going to call you Skate Show because you're, like, half and half. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool, I'll run with it. And then next thing you know, like, I just started branding it, you know, like.
That's dope.
Yeah, I just ran with it, you know, like, fuck it, let's go. Let's put it on koozies and everything.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. So you said your shoes are Etnies?
Yeah.
How'd you get on Etnies?
This is random. What happened? I didn't have a shoe sponsor at the time, and I guess some guy that follows me randomly tagged this guy, I had no idea. He tagged some guy in one of my videos and was like, "Hey, so and so, you should hook up Jeff with some gear."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking
Shout out to that person.
yeah. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, well, who's this guy he tagged? Probably owns like some shitty clothing company or something. And I click on him and I see he's like a rep for all these brands, and Etnies was one of them.
Dope.
And I'm like, oh, what the hell, man? That would be sick to like get some shoes, some Etnies.
Right.
They're good shoes. And I DM'd that guy who tagged him. I'm like, hey, who is this guy? And he's like, oh, he's a rep for all these brands. And I'm like, could he hook me up with Etnies? He's like, yeah, just talk to him. And I hit up that guy, and then I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm Jeff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, do you think you could send me some shoes? And he's like, yeah, no problem, I got you. And then,
jeez.
Yeah, it was...
You're going to have to send me that guy's info. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like, I like when stuff works out like that, when it's, like, very unexpected.
Right.
And you don't have to... Because I hate nagging companies being like, oh, hey, like, check out my clips. Like,
right.
I mean, it's like that guy already saw me and
right.
Whatever.
He recognized, and he was like, hey, let me show a homie of mine, or even if he didn't know him, he was like, check out this kid.
Yeah, so
that's dope.
Yeah, pretty cool how it worked out, and that was like 2.5 years ago. So yeah,
that's dope.
They're dope.
Oh yeah. So you keep getting the Etnies, huh? That's dope. I really like the Jocelyn's because they have those the soles in there, or like the bottom is like used tires or whatever. Michelin. Yeah, they're like recycled. I'm like, damn, that shit's tight. They look like tire tread on the bottom.
Yeah, that grip lasts forever, which is good for me because that's like the part of the shoe I wear out the most, honestly.
Right. Yeah. Well, you gotta be jamming down. I mean, just pushing alone will put a damn hole in your shoe. Trying to get the speed you need to get down some stairs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sure. What's your favorite shoe on Etnies?
It used to be the Jocelyn, but lately it's been the Marana.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sheckler shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of like that one more. I feel like it
more board control, maybe?
Yeah, it lasts a little bit longer, maybe, or just they have this one called the Marana OG, which is like a little bit slimmer than the Marana, so it's like it's all the features of that, but you don't have to break them in as much.
Right.
And that's the one I'm wearing right now.
That's cool.
Oh, that's my favorite one as of right now.
The OGs, man. That sounds good. That sounds good to me, man. Any dream sponsors maybe out there that you would want to skate for in the future, or anything? I mean, are you pretty happy with everything you got right now?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty.
We don't want to disrespect everybody you got right now.
Yeah, I mean, everyone treats me pretty well.
That's good.
But as far as a dream sponsor, I don't know, maybe like a Ralph's or a Shell gas station or something, so I could get free gas and food forever. something like that.
That is a new one right there, man.
You gotta think lucrative.
Yes, and Ralph's and if you're listening too, we like to cater for our guests also. Shout out to them. They want to sponsor the show.
That would be so sick.
It'll be fun, yeah. Dude, that'll be dope, man, have those kind of sponsors like that, because not everybody thinks about how much gas you need to use to get around all these places,
that's all I spend my money on is gas and groceries.
Yeah.
I see you like every video you're like in one city skating a spot, and then the next day you're over here in another city. I'm like, how did you do that?
Paying for gas.
Travel around,
Paying for gas. And that's cool because I feel like, since you are from Jersey and you came out here to California, what year did you come out here, would you say?
Well, technically 2013, but like the very end, like December 2013.
Yeah. I feel like people that are from like out of state that come here, they have more of a drive than us. Because we're so used to being here, you know what I mean. These guys, I feel like they're like, nah, I'm taking this opportunity to the max.
Yeah, I mean that was the whole reason I moved out here. I'm like, I'm not wasting any time out here. I'm gonna like hit every spot I want to go to, like make all the connections I want to make, and just try to get shit going.
And you still keep in contact with the homies back in Jersey?
Oh hell yeah, all the time. Yeah,
That's cool.
For sure.
You ever get to go back and visit and skate with them?
Yeah, I go at least once a year.
So that's dope.
It's pretty dope.
Visit the family and everything.
Yeah, it's dope
cool.
to
That's what it's about.
Go back, and It's funny, I go back to these spots I grew up skating, and I'm like so spoiled by California spots. And I'm like, how the hell did I ever skate this stuff?
Right.
It's like so crusty and like.
Hey, we made it work, man. As kids, it didn't matter.
Dude, I was a savage when I was a kid. I would skate when it was like snowing outside, and I'm like, I would not do that now. Hell no.
Yeah, I could see that as a kid. I mean, it feels like we can go outside as a kid with no jacket on too. And nowadays, you can't catch me going outside with no damn jacket.
Yeah.
If it's cold like that, hell no.
Screw that.
Yeah, man. So, let's talk about how did you become get your name on the board the first time?
Well, how did that happen?
Was it through your like a skate shop or anything, or just homies?
Well, there was this guy I knew who he's still a friend of mine. He like ran a few brands that I was trying to get on, and I don't know if he was telling me the truth or not, but he kept telling me like, oh yeah, there's no budget, blah blah blah.
Right.
He's like, but I got a homie who's starting up a brand, and he needs them because this dude lived in Australia.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I got a homie starting up a brand, and he wants an American pro and am to be on the team. And I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. Who are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, you and somebody else. I'm like, well, I'm not pro. He's like, he'll make you pro. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool, but I want to like do something to earn that.
Right.
And this was like maybe about 2 years prior to when the board came out, and I was like, yeah, let me like film a part that I'm stoked on,
Right.
and then have the board come out around the same time.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, yeah, that's a good plan, and
That's
and
cool.
get like an ad for
Could
them.
you imagine like if some kid out there goes, hey, we want to put your name on the board? Hell yeah, let's do it. Not you want to be prepared and feel like you earned that. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, it was already at the point where people like knew who I was and
Right.
stuff,
Were
but
people
still,
asking for a board from you or anything?
yeah, I'd always
that's
get
cool.
comments where people are like, "Oh, dude, why don't you turn pro? Why don't you have a board sponsor?" Blah blah, blah all
That's
this
cool.
stuff.
Well,
and
the
then,
people want it. That's cool.
yeah, so yeah, I took a while to film that part, but I wanted to make sure it was good before I had like a pro board come out.
That's right.
So yeah, I filmed the part, dropped it. The board came out like the next day, and yeah, that's how it happened pretty much.
Dope. And that was for Val skateboards?
Yeah, Val skateboards.
I like that. I did check out your Instagram. I did see it. I like the Snoopy graphic. That was a cool graphic.
Yeah, like I said, we were just talking about my homies back in New Jersey. My one homie I keep in contact with the most. He's like, this dude I grew up. He's like super good filmer, super good editor, and he skates too. And
Cool.
all he does is like does everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, and he's an artist too.
Cool.
So he he had, dude, there were a handful of companies I was supposed to get a board with before this company, but it just always fell through for some reason. So he created this graphic like years before it came out. And then basically once we figured out what brand it was going to be for, the only thing he switched up was the name of the company on top.
On the nose, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he came up with my homie Mike Maiello. He came up with that graphic, and yeah, actually and he edited my part too. Obviously he couldn't film it because he doesn't live out here, but he did edit the part that turned me pro.
That's cool.
And so it's pretty cool to have him involved with all that stuff.
That's rad. Keep the homies out there, and then yeah. That's for sure, man.
Can you still find that board out there, or?
No, I know it's not for sale anywhere, and
Did you keep a couple for yourself?
I kept one in mint condition, and I kept the first one I ever skated. And yeah.
Did your mom keep one? Or
yeah,
anything?
my mom has one.
That's cool.
And
did your homie grab one too, the editor?
yeah, they gave one to
if
him.
My homies had a board,
Well, I mean,
I'd gotta get one.
he's the one who made the graphic
Yeah,
too, so
yeah, of course he's gonna get
he
one.
better get one.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's not for sale anywhere anymore.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. That's fucking rad.
Yeah.
That's rad. Let's see here. How about if you can travel anywhere out of the world? Out of the world. Out of state. Out of the world. Yeah, I want to skate on the moon, homes.
Yeah. I want to go to Jupiter. And Nah.
Jupiter, Florida?
It's kind of ironic we're just talking about Australia, but that's like the one I always wanted to go there. It seems like they have really good skate spots and just cool vibe down there. And
hell yeah.
I hate the cold, and I don't think it gets very cold down there. So.
Right. See, it seems like it's very hot over there. You would think. I would think it looks like it. So
meet some kangaroos.
Damn, I would not want to post up with one of them dudes.
Yeah, no, they're buff. They're buff as fuck.
Kangaroo Jack.
Dude, seriously, man. So Australia, huh? Anybody you know out there? Maybe even that dude that used to even do that board sponsor.
Yeah, them, and then my current board sponsor, the guy who runs the brand, lives down there. So
cool.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe can fund a trip there.
That'd be dope.
One day, that'd be cool.
That'd be dope, man. To see you hit some new spots and give you some, because every time you go to a new place, you're gonna be like psyched. You're gonna be like, damn.
Oh hell yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not seeing the same old buildings and streets that you're used to.
Yeah, even just in California, like whenever I find a new spot out here, I get so stoked. It's like different than just skating the same old shit over again.
Yeah, I remember. I forget which pro skaters, but some pro skaters took up the job like being Uber drivers or like delivering food or something like that, just so they can go different places and then they would
find
spots. Yeah, because normally you probably wouldn't make a left down this one street and then. But now you got to take that road to go somewhere, and you're like, "Oh, dang! Look at this! Look at these damn stairs right here! Look at this spot!"
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're like, "Damn! You don't never know how it's gonna be." Or like, especially with jobs I've had, like having to go to industrial places, and then I go, "Wow! Look at back here. There's a spot here. No one even knows it."
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna run into.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Do you listen to music while you're skating? Do you put the earbuds in? Or?
If I'm by myself, yeah, or like if I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
If there's not a lot of people at the park,
right,
or I'm by myself, yeah, but not really much anymore. There was a point when I used to do that to like try to get pumped, but like I realized it kind of just distracts me more than anything, and can't even I can't hear the board doing anything, so it kind of throws me off a little, but. Yeah, I used to do that, not really anymore.
Yeah, it's different for everybody, man. Like, some people it throws them off, like you said, and some people just love to hear their skateboard. Let's see here. Any hobbies besides skateboarding?
Honestly, no, not really.
Not really? Nothing?
Not really.
Skateboarding is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, hang out with my girlfriend, I don't know. I'll go on hikes and shit sometimes just to like free my mind, take a break, let the body rest for a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, nothing particular. Yeah,
pretty much skateboarding.
Skating's my main life. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's dope that you're doing the damn thing out there, and I want to continue watching you do your thing. Do you have anything coming out in the future?
Yeah, actually, I have a part coming out. It's supposed to come out next month.
Okay.
For the release of some boards on the board sponsor I currently ride for right now.
KFD.
Because this be my first couple pro models come out since I've been on. I've been on for like a year now.
That's it.
Yeah, it should be coming out like middle of June or so, and I don't know where it's gonna be, but.
Well, I'll definitely want.
You'll see it.
I want to help you out. I'll definitely purchase one.
Dope! Hell yeah, man! That would be awesome.
Hell yeah, man! We'll put it up in the show one day, and you'll see it in the background. Hell yeah! So, can't wait for that. Are you gonna have your homie do the artwork for it again, or?
Yeah, he for one of the boards. I have two coming out. He did the artwork for one of them.
Damn.
So.
That's dope. That's what I want.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That's cool. I think we got it, man. I think we did pretty good today. Listo, you got any questions, Mikey?
Is there like any tricks, any drink trick that you want to do, like in the future? Besides your banger from your video.
Oh yeah. You mean like at a spot or just like?
Like at a spot, like.
Yeah, because I was gonna say honestly at this point I feel like I've like technically learned almost every trick. I'm like
So cool.
no, not every no, not every trick. I said every trick I'm capable of.
Capable.
Like
you're capable.
Like
okay.
there's only so many times I can flip and spin. No, there's no way you can learn every trick. That's impossible.
You're probably right about that.
That's why skating's so cool. It's
Yeah.
infinite. You can just keep learning. But like, I don't know.
Well, maybe you can start on the mini ramp, learning some
Yeah,
new stuff.
exactly. Yeah, learn. But as far as like dream tricks, I feel like I've learned like as much as my board can flip and spin as possible. So
That's
not
fun.
maybe like some rail tricks that I've thought of. Like I've done like feeble inward heel out and maybe
Okay.
like a feeble 360 inward heel, but that seems almost impossible, but it's possible. I just need like patience to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as like an actual spot and trick, I mean, I was saying before I inward heeled the 16, I tried another trick at Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I would still like to go back for that.
Don't tell them what it is because we want to see you do it.
Okay, yeah, well, you'll see it if I end up going back to do it.
Dope.
If I get a trick on the 16, that would definitely be
In your part.
the next probably only other trick I would do there anyway. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
But yeah, that'd be dope, man. Are you still filming for this part right now?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's like when they told me, well, I knew I had boards coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, yeah, we want like just a small part, like 1 minute to 2 minutes long. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can even be clips like you've used before. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really stress about it, but I was like, I still film anyway, no matter what, just because. So like.
Right.
This whole time I've been filming, and then I knew this brand, they want to put out a promo of the whole team. They were planning on putting a promo aside from this part that I'm putting out.
Right.
When they wanted to put out a promo at the end of the summer, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll save, I guess, since they don't want anything too crazy for this board part, I'll save all my good stuff for that promo.
Dope.
So that's what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
And then I talked to them recently, and I'm like, hey, so are we still on schedule? Is that promo coming out at the end of the summer? He's like, oh, we're pushing it back, probably more like Halloween. I'd suggest you make this part like your best stuff, like a banger.
Oh, now they
And I'm
switch it
like, oh, shit. Okay, well, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
switched up my idea of how I'm going to edit this, but
Right.
sure. So, like, I wasn't too worried because I had enough footage for it, and I'm pretty much probably just use almost everything I was going to use for that promo for this, and then
Right.
just almost start from scratch. But because it's like this part's like focused on me, whereas the
Right.
promo, it's like all my footage is mixed in there.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, I have enough clips for a part. I don't really have a banger though. I want to end it off good. So actually, and they want the deadline's June 1st, pretty much, to get this done. They told me this
is
like a week or two ago. They told me that. So I'm like, shit, I need to get a banger. And then actually yesterday, I was in San Diego, and I went to this spot that I thought would be pretty cool for the last trick, and I got super close. Like, stuck the trick like 3 times, and then we got kicked out twice, and then they just parked a truck in front of the spot. So I had to call it quits.
Right.
But I'm positive I can get that trick. Like, now that because I'd never been to that spot before. I didn't know the deal.
So you had to drive all the way to San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool though. I saw my homies out there and stuff,
That's cool.
but I didn't know the deal with the spot, so I was like, all right, well, now that I know I got like maybe 10 minutes at this spot to get this trick, next time I go, I'm just like, just gonna go
before someone
do it.
That's
so
right. That's
yeah,
right. And try to get it in the video.
Hopefully in the next week or so I can make it down there and get this, because that would be a good way to end this part.
That's cool, man.
That's really about the only trick I want to get for this anymore. So
that's rad.
Yep.
That's rad. So deadline's coming up. So
yeah,
when this drops, the deadline will already happened.
It might drop around the same time the part comes out. Who knows?
Dude, that'd be rad. I mean,
that'd be good timing.
That'd be good timing, man. Yeah, this will drop on the 7th, I believe.
Okay, my part might come out a little bit after that.
Okay. But hey, just stay tuned for that, everybody out there. make sure to go support the homie and check it out. And all right, let's see here. I think I had another question about your part, but I can't remember now because we kept going. It's all good. It's all good. You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, that's actually where I guess my notoriety started.
Mm-hmm.
Cause yeah, I've had a YouTube before Instagram and all that, and
Oh, that's cool.
back then, like, I named my YouTube channel Jeff Wants Song.
Oh, sick.
This was in like 2007, 2008, and then people just like, I guess got to know me from there, cause I would like, what I would do is I wouldn't make like edits or anything. It was just like I'd post like single clips every day, and then I would just title the video whatever the trick was, and I guess the tricks I was doing and titling, people
were finding it,
looked up a lot, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess that's how I kind of got known in the first place. And
That's cool.
But yeah, so I still have that channel, and I don't really post.
Is it the same name?
Yeah, it's still Jeff Wants Song, and
Dope.
I don't post like videos much on it. I post shorts a lot.
Oh, okay.
But every now and then I'll post a video. I put out this like series of trick tips I did with my friend a couple months ago.
Those
I put
usually
them
do
out.
pretty good, huh?
Well, I don't know. And it didn't really seem to do that well on my channel.
Oh.
But I guess that's just because I haven't
Been
been
keeping
on.
it.
Yeah, I haven't been
keeping
on
it
my
up.
channel. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. They were cool though. Like they were like my friend. He produced them really well. Like he filmed them super professionally and
That's cool.
all this stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to check
Yeah.
them out, maybe
I'll
learn.
definitely be checking that out.
Maybe learn some weird tricks.
I'll watch. I probably won't be trying anything too crazy. Your tricks look like ankle breakers for me. Like my big ass don't need to be jumping down those stairs. But I do remember the question I had though. For you posting all this Instagram stuff, you obviously the spots that you're at, you're probably getting a different clip for your video, right? You're not just because the stuff we're seeing on Instagram is pretty damn good. So I'm imagining there's something else that we're gonna see later.
For the most part, a lot of the spots I do skate on Instagram. Actually, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes I'll go skate a spot, do something one day on Instagram, like just like feel out the spot, and then I'll go back later. Probably not the same day, because I'm not gonna lie, most of the shit I do on Instagram does take, like, I almost treat it like an actual clip for a part. Like,
That's cool.
just as much energy, just as much effort.
Right.
So it's like I'm probably not gonna do two
different
cool tricks in the same day, and then
and hold one.
so I'll pretty much just like, and it's a good sense of like, okay, do people think this spot is cool? Like, is it like a good looking spot?
Okay.
So I'll do something at the spot and be like, all right, like I think this is worth it to go back, and then go back maybe like a week later, and then try to get a different trick there.
I like the thought process in that.
Yeah, but it's not always like that. Sometimes there's certain spots that I hold out that I don't post anywhere.
Right. Yeah, because do you ever have people like hitting you up like, hey, tell me where that's at?
Yeah, but I don't mind. I've never been one of those people who's like a spot holder. I hate people like that. Who just like, oh God, like I can't tell you where this is because I haven't gotten my trick there, and I don't want you to do something better than me.
Oh,
which is like, that sounds
I know.
whack, but that's exactly what people think when they don't want.
I can see that happening.
If someone doesn't want to tell you where a spot is, that's most likely the reason they don't want you to tell.
They're afraid that you're gonna get something sick.
I would be like, for me, when they ask me, I'll be like, spot for spot, you know, we'll trade spots. If it's somebody I really know that's gonna get bugged, go for it, bro. Here's the address. But if it's a little kid that doesn't drive and the spot's all far, it's like, where's your spot at? And I'll be like, all right, I'll just give him the city.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't care either way. I'm like, shit.
That's cool. You're like, I'm gonna go destroy it anyway.
I think of it like, if I was in their shoes, like, yeah, I'd fucking want to know where the spot is, so I'll just tell them. Why
cool.
not? Why be a dick about it?
Exactly.
That's cool. That's good to know out there, you know.
Unless somebody specifically told me, don't tell them where this is because we don't want to blow it out. That's the only reason I wouldn't tell somebody.
Right.
Which has happened maybe once or twice. Not very often.
Yeah, there are a couple of spots that are supposedly like these secret spots, or they don't want people to, like, you know, blow it out, like you said. You know what I mean? Like, or destroy it by leaving trash around and they don't take care of it.
Yeah, but if it's something like people have been skating for years, I don't care. Just tell them. That's
cool. All right. Before we get out of here, we always do like a little crazy question, but I thought of, I started running out of questions, so I started writing some down. So if you want to pick one out.
Well, I just want to say one thing.
Go for it.
I'm surprised Listo hasn't mentioned anything about the Trip Out series. I thought for sure you were going to ask a question about that.
Trip Out series? Let's get in there.
So I would see his Instagram, like, Trip Out. So I was like, all right, Jeff is tripping out. Maybe I could, like, trip out too, you know?
There was this thing where this is actually a perfect transition.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, maybe, like, sometime last year, there was this dude who I asked where his spot was. And he didn't leave me on red. He just didn't respond. I knew damn well he saw my message. He just didn't respond to me.
Right.
And like he wouldn't tell me for the longest time, and it was really pissing me off because I really want to go to this spot. And then I finally I talked to one of his friends. I'm like, yo, what's up with this dude? Tell him to tell me where this spot is.
Yeah.
And once I talked to that friend, he next day he's like, oh, it's here. I'm like, yeah, I knew you saw my message.
Right.
So anyway, before he told me where the spot was, I think actually maybe the same day he told me where it was, I was like, I trip out on people who won't tell you where skate spots are. And then, so it just and then I don't know, that's all I put.
Yeah.
I typed that out, put it on my story.
One time?
And I typed that out, put it on my story, and then all these people thought it was hilarious. I'm like, it's not. It means real shit. What the fuck? Why won't you tell me where the spot is? Yeah. But then I'm like, I might be onto something here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going to make a new one every day of shit that pisses me off or I'm confused about or tripping out doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It can be oh, I trip out that's,
I just tripped on this guy right now?
You wonder why that happens or you're amazed why that. It doesn't have to be, this pisses me off. It can be a lot of things.
Right.
But for the most part, it's shit that pisses me off. So, I would try to think of a new one every day, and I ran that for a while, but then, dude, some people took it way too personally. I had people, reach out and, start insulting me with nothing that had to do with what I was talking about. There was this one dude.
You must have pressed a button.
That
triggered them.
There was this one. I remember this one specifically. There was one time I was like, I trip out on people who aren't even good at filming and buy all this expensive camera equipment, and then
that could strike a nerve to somebody.
But why? Why are you gonna waste all this money on camera equipment if you can't use it? You might as well.
They don't know they can't use it.
You might as well try to get good using something that's inexpensive. But
first, yes.
Anyway, they think basically it's they think, oh, I have this sick gear, probably means I'm a good film. No, it doesn't mean anything. It's you're a poser filmer if you do that. It's oh, if I buy this swag Supreme gear, I'll be a cool skater. No, you won't. You'll be a cool skater if you're a cool skater. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I did that one time, and this one dude just reached out to me. He's like, well, you know what, dude? Well, fuck you. Your style sucks, and you're never going to go anywhere. I'm like, this has nothing to do with camera gear. Why are you upset at me? And I'm like, all right, this is going too far. People are coming at me personally now. Mm-hmm. So, I'm like, all right, there's only a select group of people that, because,
you didn't have one last banger one? I trip out when people just can't take a joke or,
I probably should have put that.
But, you know what I mean? And see you later. Peace. I'm out.
But
microphone drop.
At the same time, I had to remember, most of these people that follow me don't know me personally. They don't know my humor. They don't know I'm fucking around.
Right.
They don't know I'm...
And when reading text doesn't come off, the way it's supposed to be.
For all they know, they probably thought, I was, angry at someone and, dead serious.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is the worst thing in the world.
Mad at something every day.
Dude, I had...
Jesus.
No, I actually had a friend... someone I considered a super close friend, but an acquaintance that I'd see pretty often.
Yeah.
He unfollowed me because of it. He's like, dude, you're way too negative. I'm like, you're a pussy. Take a joke, dude. Come on, this shit's funny. And then I'm like, whatever. If this shit's happening, like, it's not worth it. Fuck it. I know what I'm referring to, but not everyone can get it. So like, I'm not gonna risk rubbing people the wrong way anymore. So I just kind of stopped doing it. But and
this one took over.
And he took over for me. So
I seen you guys were gonna come out with a shirt, like Trip Out.
I have I had a shirt come out. I only had one made. I was gonna start making like a brand out of it, but I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I thought that was funny, bro. That's how I was like.
Dude, I'm glad. See, like, I'm glad. Like, a lot of people thought it was funny, but like, there were people that just took it way too seriously.
I'll get those people too. Like, they were like, Listo, you trip out too much. Listo, this and that, and I'm like.
You don't trip out enough.
Yeah. You need to be tripping on something else, not me.
Yeah.
Don't be like, I trip out when Listo trips out, and don't be behind me.
Well, I'll be like, if people start responding to stuff like that to me, if I was doing that, I'd be like, are you tripping on me now?
Yeah, I'd have
Look who's tripping out now.
I'd have people in the comments of my videos being like, I trip out on people who flip their board too much. Like, all right.
Just because you can't.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. But anyway, so this is
you go ahead and pick out a question to see.
I'm scared.
Hopefully it should be cool. It's nothing too crazy.
All right, let's
see.
But
hopefully it's nothing you've already answered.
What kind of dinosaur do I identify with?
Oh damn! You got the first question. Like the one I asked Peralta on episode 2.
I mean, I don't even know that many different types of dinosaurs. I know T-Rex.
You would be a T-Rex.
A pterodactyl. Maybe a pterodactyl because they fly all the time.
That's dope. Yeah.
I'll go with pterodactyl because I frequently have dreams where I'm like flying.
That's rad.
And I think that has something to do with skating.
I bet.
So I'll go with the pterodactyl because they fly.
That's dope. And like me as a kid, I used to have the same dream where I thought I could fly, but I used to have to take a couple of steps like to get like and then I would take off like I was like, oh damn, this is sick.
No, dude, no.
Or do you just start off like
No. It hasn't happened in a while, but I used to always have this dream where I would just like make my arms like go like way crazier than that, but I don't have a lot of span right here. I would have my arms just going like this and this, go faster and faster. I'd just get in the air and start flying.
So cool.
And it seemed so real.
Yeah.
It seemed so real. I'm like, wow, I know how to fly. How come no one else can do this?
Right. You're a superhero now.
Yeah.
Damn, that's rad, man. All right. Well, you got any shout outs before we get out of here?
I don't know. Shout out to all people that support me, sponsors, followers, friends, family, of course, my mom, my dad, my stepdad. Yeah, I mean,
they know who they are.
Everyone knows who they are. If I were here to name specific people, we'd be here for another 2 hours. But
it's all good.
Yeah.
You know who you are out there, and he says what's up. You guys got anything else before we get out of here? That's it. All right. I want to thank you for coming down and sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It's been great. Yeah, man. Make sure to go follow my friend here, Jeff. How do you say your last name again?
DeChesare.
DeChesare.
Where can we find you on Instagram for the people?
Is it the same?
Just my name, Jeff DeChesare.
And we all got to learn how to say it correctly. So now we heard it here, folks, from him.
I should put like a pronunciation.
Right, like underneath it, like how like dictionaries have.
Yeah. I feel like people trip out when they figure out how to actually say my name.
Yeah, I did. I really tripped out.
There you go.
And so I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I want to thank my couch boys in the house, Mikey for stepping in for Peralta. Shout out to everybody that watches the show. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Make sure to hit that all notification bell so you know when we're dropping our episode. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment, suggestion, or a question or.
One more thing.
Oh shit! Here we go. He always does that.
What local skater would you like to see on the show?
I just mentioned him before. My homie I skate with all the time, Tony Willie.
Tony Willie.
Yeah, that guy is he's pretty insane at skateboarding, and I'm sure he has a lot of cool stories to share. And he's super local, lives in Whittier. So
Whittier head. Nice.
Yep.
Shout out. And thank you, everybody, again. Like I said, leave a comment, question, or, just let us know who you want to see on the show next time. Until next time, peace.
Later.